New Zealand has declared a state of emergency after the country's second biggest city was rocked by a powerful earthquake. The 7.1 magnitude quake struck about 30 kilometres west of Christchurch early this morning. It caused widespread damage, toppling buildings, cutting power and rupturing water and sewerage mains. So far there have been no deaths, but 2 men were seriously injured. Christchurch residents are now being evacuated as officials assess the damage. Here's New Zealand correspondent Dominic Schwartz.
They've been warned for years this day would come. In the early hours of the morning, a massive earthquake rocked the foundations of New Zealand's second largest city for what seemed like an eternity.
The whole building felt as if it was actually going to fall over sideways, and it was shaking back and forward as if it had been hit by something.
Oh my gosh, well that shake lasted probably over a minute. We've got no power. We've got no water.
The shock deepened with daylight. Signs of damage everywhere. Buildings destroyed, roads prized open, power lines felled and railways buckled. But there was a sense of relief and amazement that somehow the city had escaped massive loss of life. Only 2 people were seriously injured.
I think we've been extremely lucky as a nation that there has so far been no reported fatalities. I think that is just, we're blessed.
That's certainly how Xavier Rhodes feels. Battered and bruised, but alive after sliding out of his bed on the wave of a collapsing wall.
They're everywhere, they're lowered down as well.
In some ways, we've been extraordinarily lucky when it's come to the citizens here. But in terms of the scale of the damage, I think it's absolutely immense, and we're really just beginning to come to terms with the scale of what we've got in front of us at the moment.
A state of emergency has been declared across Christchurch, which is tonight under curfew. Water and power are slowly being restored.
What the hell are all those people doing up the other end?
But there are hazards even in reconnection. A power surge and gas leak combined to start a fire just as Mayor Bob Parkers showed the Prime Minister his battered city.
So we've got no significant water pressure and we've got a blaze starting in the middle of the city.
Emergency engineers are working around the clock.
We know that electricity is largely running to the region now. Water is in certain parts causing considerable concern, as is potentially sewage and wastewater. So we'll need to work our way through those. Welfare centres have been set up to house those who can't return to their homes. Given the series of strong aftershocks, it'll be a nervous night for the city's residents, no matter where they're sleeping. Dominic Schwartz, ABC News.